All my life, all I ever wanted to do is win a championship.
I actually don't know what that feeling's like to walk off the field Sunday and be a Super Bowl champion.
Best NFL regular seasons without Super Bowl wins. What's the best NFL season that didn't end with a Super Bowl championship? 16 wins and 0 losses? A perfect regular season, plus 315-point differential, 50 touchdown passes. These weren't just good seasons, these were historic campaigns that should have ended in championships. Here's the truth. These 10 teams dominated the regular season, broke records, and looked unstoppable. But playoff heartbreak defined their legacies instead of rings. This isn't just a ranking. This is the definitive list of the best regular seasons without Super Bowl wins. Number 10. The 2015 Carolina Panthers went 15-1 with the league's best offense and a dominant defense led by Luke Kuechly. Cam Newton won NFL MVP after throwing for 3,837 yards and 35 touchdowns, while rushing for 636 yards and 10 scores. His dual-threat ability made Carolina unstoppable. The Panthers had 10 Pro Bowlers and 8 All-Pros. Newton, Kuechly, Josh Norman, and Thomas Davis led a team that dominated opponents all season. Carolina won 8 games by at least 14 points. Their only loss came in Week 16 against Atlanta, after they had already clinched home field advantage. In the playoffs, Carolina dominated Seattle 31-24 and destroyed Arizona 49-15 to reach Super Bowl 50. But the Broncos' defense suffocated Newton in a 24-10 defeat. Newton was hit constantly behind a struggling offensive line. Denver's pass rush dominated the game, and Carolina's high-powered offense never found rhythm. The Panthers haven't returned to the Super Bowl since that devastating loss. At number 9, the 1998 Minnesota Vikings went 15-1 and set an NFL record with 556 points scored in the regular season. Quarterback Randall Cunningham threw for 3,704 yards and 34 touchdowns. Running back Robert Smith rushed for 1,187 yards, while 2 Hall of Fame receivers dominated. Chris Carter caught 78 passes for 1,011 yards and 12 touchdowns. Rookie Randy Moss exploded for 69 catches, 1,313 yards, and 17 touchdowns in one of the greatest rookie seasons ever. Minnesota averaged 34.8 points per game, the highest in NFL history at the time. Their offense was unstoppable with multiple weapons. In the NFC Championship game, the Vikings led Atlanta 20-7 at halftime. Then, disaster struck when Gary Anderson missed his first field goal of the entire season. That miss gave Atlanta life. The Falcons rallied to tie the game 27-27, forcing overtime. Atlanta won 30-27 on a field goal, ending Minnesota's magical season. The Vikings haven't reached the Super Bowl since that heartbreaking loss. Coming in at number 8, the 2009 Indianapolis Colts started 14-0 before intentionally resting starters the final 2 games, finishing 14-2. Peyton Manning threw for 4,500 yards and 33 touchdowns with a 99.9 passer rating. He won his 4th NFL MVP award with this dominant performance. Receivers Reggie Wayne and Pierre Garçon combined for over 2,000 receiving yards. Running back Joseph Adai added 828 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns. The Colts posted a plus 192-point differential through 14 weeks. They could have finished undefeated if coach Jim Caldwell and GM Bill Polian hadn't rested starters. Indianapolis dominated both playoff games, beating Baltimore 20-3 and the Jets 30-17 to reach Super Bowl 44. But the Saints defeated them 31-17 in Miami. The decision to rest starters sparked massive controversy. Fans and media criticized the Colts for sacrificing history for health. Manning threw a costly interception late in the Super Bowl that sealed Indianapolis' fate. At number 7, the 1984 San Francisco 49ers went 15-1 with one of the most dominant offenses in NFL history. Joe Montana threw for 3,630 yards and 28 touchdowns with just 10 interceptions. He won NFL MVP and led the league's highest scoring offense. The 49ers averaged 29.3 points per game while allowing just 14.2. Their plus 240-point differential showed complete dominance on both sides. San Francisco's only loss came in Week 7 at Pittsburgh 20-17. They won every other game, including 3 playoff victories by a combined score of 82-33. The 49ers defeated the Giants 21-10, the Bears 23-0, and the Dolphins 38-16 in Super Bowl 19. Montana threw for 331 yards and 3 touchdowns to win Super Bowl MVP. Wait, the 49ers won the Super Bowl, so they don't belong in this list? Let me replace this with another team. Again, at number 7, the 2001 St. Louis Rams went 14-2 with the greatest show on turf offense at its peak. Kurt Warner threw for 4,830 yards and 36 touchdowns. Marshall Faulk rushed for 1,382 yards while catching 83 passes for 765 yards and 9 total touchdowns. Receivers Terry Holt and Isaac Bruce combined for 185 catches and 2,469 yards. The Rams averaged 31.4 points per game with an unstoppable passing attack. St. Louis's defense featured 8 Pro Bowlers. They allowed just 17.1 points per game, making the Rams dominant on both sides of the ball. In the playoffs, the Rams destroyed Green Bay 45-17 and Philadelphia 29-24 to reach Super Bowl 36. But the Patriots shocked them 20-17 in one of the biggest upsets ever. The Rams outgained New England 427-267 yards, but couldn't finish drives. Warner threw 2 interceptions, including one late that sealed the defeat. This loss ended the greatest show on turf dynasty before it truly began. In at number 6, the 2010 New England Patriots went 14-2 and scored the most points in NFL history with 518. Tom Brady threw for 3,900 yards and 36 touchdowns with just 4 interceptions. He won unanimous NFL MVP after the greatest statistical season of his career. Brady's 111.0 passer rating led the league. His touchdown to interception ratio of 9-1 was unprecedented for that era. The Patriots averaged 32.4 points per game while allowing just 21.4. Their plus 205-point differential ranked second in the NFL. New England's offense featured multiple weapons. Wes Welker caught 86 passes, while Rob Gronkowski had 10 touchdowns in his rookie season. In the divisional round, the Patriots lost to the Jets 28-21 at home. New York dominated the trenches and controlled the clock, ending New England's dominant season. Brady threw for just 154 yards with 2 interceptions in the worst playoff performance of his career. At number 5, the 2011 Green Bay Packers went 15-1 with Aaron Rodgers posting one of the greatest quarterback seasons ever. Rodgers threw for 4,643 yards and 45 touchdowns with just 6 interceptions. He won NFL MVP with a perfect 122.5 passer rating, the highest in NFL history. The Packers averaged 35 points per game, the most in the league. They scored at least 24 points in every single game. Greg Jennings, Jordy Nelson, and James Jones combined for 254 catches and 3,467 yards. Green Bay's passing attack was unstoppable. The Packers' only loss came in Week 15 at Kansas City, 19-14. They entered the playoffs as the number 1 seed with Super Bowl expectations. In the divisional round, the Giants shocked Green Bay 37-20 at Lambeau Field. New York dominated in every phase, ending the Packers' championship defense. Rodgers threw for 264 yards and 2 touchdowns, but the defense couldn't stop Eli Manning and the Giants' offense. At number 4, the 1990 San Francisco 49ers went 14-2 and were defending back-to-back Super Bowl champions, seeking a three-peat. Joe Montana threw for 3,944 yards and 26 touchdowns. Jerry Rice caught 100 passes for 1,502 yards and 13 touchdowns in another dominant season. The 49ers averaged 27.6 points per game while allowing just 16.3. Their plus 181 point differential showed dominance on both sides. San Francisco won 10 straight games at one point. They looked unstoppable heading into the playoffs as the number 1 seed. In the NFC Championship game, the Giants defeated the 49ers 15-10 in a defensive slugfest. Montana suffered a broken hand and was knocked out of the game. New York's defense dominated, holding San Francisco to just 240 total yards. The 49ers dynasty ended without a three-peat. This was Montana's final game with the 49ers before Steve Young took over permanently. At number 3, the 2004 Pittsburgh Steelers went 15-1 with rookie Ben Roethlisberger leading the league's best defense. Roethlisberger went 13-0 as a starter in the regular season. The Steelers won 15 straight games after losing the season opener. Pittsburgh's defense allowed just 15.7 points per game. They forced 39 turnovers while recording 47 sacks during the dominant campaign. Running back Jerome Bettis rushed for 941 yards and 13 touchdowns. The ground game controlled games and wore down opponents. The Steelers' only loss came in Week 1 at Baltimore, 30-13. They dominated every opponent after that until the playoffs. In the AFC Championship game, the Patriots defeated Pittsburgh 41-27 in a stunning upset. New England's defense confused Roethlisberger into 3 interceptions. The loss ended Pittsburgh's magical season and prevented them from reaching the Super Bowl as the number 1 seed. Now, number 2, the 1976 Pittsburgh Steelers went 10-4 but had the greatest 9-game stretch in NFL history. After starting 1-4, the Steelers won their final 9 games by a combined score of 234-28. They recorded 5 shutouts and allowed just 2 touchdowns total. Pittsburgh's Steel Curtain defense forced 28 turnovers during the 9-game winning streak. They allowed just 3.1 points per game over that stretch. Franco Harris and Rocky Bleier both rushed for over 1,000 yards. Harris led the league with 14 rushing touchdowns while the defense dominated. In the AFC Championship game, the Raiders defeated Pittsburgh 24-7 in Oakland. The Steelers' magical run ended 1 game short of the Super Bowl. The defense couldn't contain Oakland's offense, and the Steelers failed to score in the second half. And finally, at number 1, the 2007 New England Patriots. The only 16-0 regular season in NFL history, the greatest team to never win a Super Bowl. New England went 16-0 and shattered every offensive record imaginable. They scored 589 points, the most in NFL history. Their plus 315 point differential has never been matched. Tom Brady threw for 4,806 yards and 50 touchdowns, breaking Peyton Manning's record. He won unanimous NFL MVP with a perfect 117.2 passer rating. Randy Moss caught 98 passes for 1,493 yards and 23 touchdowns, breaking Jerry Rice's single-season record. Wes Welker added 112 catches for 1,179 yards. The Patriots won 8 games by at least 20 points. They scored at least 34 points in 12 different games. New England defeated Jacksonville 31-20 and San Diego 21-12 in the playoffs to reach Super Bowl 42 at 18-0. They were heavy favorites to complete the perfect season, but the Giants shocked the world with a 17-14 upset. David Tyree's helmet catch and Eli Manning's escape from the pocket defined the game. The Patriots became 18-1 instead of 19-0. The greatest regular season in NFL history ended without a championship. This loss haunts Patriots fans forever. Going 16-0 and losing the Super Bowl is the ultimate heartbreak. These 10 regular seasons represent the best campaigns that didn't end with championships. From the 2007 Patriots' perfection to the 1998 Vikings' record-setting offense, these teams dominated. The Patriots stand at number 1 because 16-0 will never be matched under the current schedule. Their dominance was unprecedented. Every team on this list had championship expectations, but playoff upsets, injuries, and bad luck ended their seasons in heartbreak. Thanks for watching this journey through great seasons without titles. Hit subscribe for more NFL content. And remember, regular season success doesn't guarantee playoff victories. That's what makes the NFL so unpredictable.